Hey, how's it going? Welcome to I guess this is Tuesday vlog. Today I'm kind of like starting late and I rearranged my office. So I have this thing over here. This is my main stand for my computer. It's got like my web camera on it and all that stuff. And I got another monitor over here and another monitor over here because I'm doing a lot of stuff at home these days and just had to like rearrange my office. So today I had quite a busy day. Got up really early this morning and I've been just like really working on my understanding of C and C++. I was really trying to like understand how to make a C# wrapper for some simple C programs like the stuff I've done with linked lists. And it's just kind of like led to me really getting into some old stuff I used to do with C++. So I actually wound up getting OpenCV on my computer. I downloaded OpenCV and added it. If you've ever gone through this battle, oh boy, it's a lot. You got to go to OpenCV and download OpenCV, and then once you get that, you get that binary file, and it's really important in the way that you set up your file structure for OpenCV. So like, I have this directory called OpenCV, and then in here I have build. And then this is like the thing. So bin is binary files. You don't need to worry about that. What you want to do is if you're using Visuals, I would recommend if you're doing OpenCV, definitely use Visual Studio. That is just, I've only used that. That's what most people use. I don't know what else you could use. But then you're going to want to pick this bin, and you're going to want to add this to your path so that you can actually access OpenCV. So you want to add this to your path, and you can look up how to do that. But you want to add that to your path, and then the tricky part is back here in OpenCV, you're going to want to take this include, which has OpenCV and OpenCV2, and you can see I'm using that here in the solution. I'm using OpenCV, OpenCV2. I'm only using OpenCV2. You want to include those in your project here. So you can get that by going to Properties in Visual Studio. And then in Visual Studio, gosh, well this thing just, it's so big because I have so many different screen resolutions over here. All right, so once you finally get that OpenCV thing downloaded, then you're going to go to C++ and go to General. And the main thing you want to do is you want to include that directory I was just talking about. You want to include build include in additional directories. That goes in C++ general. And the other thing is in general and linker. Now this is where we're going to include all of our DLLs. So you want to go to OpenCV x64. I'm using Visual Studio Code 15, and then you want to go into lib. I actually don't even, no, I said that wrong. It's not your DLL, it's your .lib file, which has like all your function declarations in it. You want to include this lib file, VC15 lib file under linker general, and then in input, you want to save the actual names of these things. So the ones that I used, I got the software tutorial, were these two lib files in here. Yeah, why would you have a DLL in here? Okay. So if you can get that set up, you go through all those steps, you add OpenCV to your path, and then you add all those things to your project. And if anyone knows how to like automate this and make it so that every solution that you make, every solution that you open in Visual Studio, you know, if you could like explain a really simple way of doing that, I'd love to hear some suggestions. I have a way of doing it. It's probably not the best, but I mean, I don't know, it works. So like if something works and you can keep on moving with it, you learn more by just keep on changing things and trying more complicated programs. So it's like a combination of like several different OpenCV demos, this program. Control Shift. Oh, and the other thing is if you're doing this stuff and you're adding like libs to, you're adding like your library and your includes, make sure you check up here that you're in release or debug, because whatever you're using is over here in release and debug, and you want it to be x64 if you have 64, otherwise, I don't know, x86, I don't even know x86 if people use 32-bit architecture anymore, but you want to check if you have 32-bit or 64-bit. It's important. So see, there's a lot to do in this stuff and getting things installed. This is kind of like the main barrier for people getting into C++ is like knowing what commands to use to compile things, where to save directories. So you're gonna learn a lot about paths and file structure and stuff if you do a lot of C++. But if I build this and then I open a little terminal and then I go cd back, cd back. So I like to use PowerShell. So cd, I think I call it computer vision. Nope. Computer vision ls and then cd into Lena demo. I just got it working with just displaying a picture first. ls cd into Lena demo. cdx64. cd release ls. And now, okay, no executable in there. That's kind of weird. So let me go ahead and build this. Control-Shift-B. This is like Now what happens is when you run this, it should build the solution in release. And it says 0 succeeded. What is going on? Building it and okay, one build succeeded. All right. Oh my God, what am I doing wrong? What is going on? I have no idea what is going on here. Okay. CD. It's gotta be an x64 ls cd debug ls. One build succeeded. I have no idea what the heck is going on, but if I run this, okay. It built the solution, and the problem is this broadcaster thing is using my camera. So if I turn off this camera, I don't know. If I turn that off and then I run this, let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Nope, that just paused the audio. If I actually just turn this to Microsoft Camera Rear, so now you guys can look at a plant while I do this. I'm gonna have to stop this. See, I got a Dell monitor. Okay, here we go. This is my demonstration. So I'm running hard cascades and this is called the canny operator. So like if you have a self-driving car, this is like a really cool type of application. You can basically run canny operator and then you can use hard cascade. I need to fine tune the parameters in this, but it basically will allow you to do shapes and find the edges of things, and you can find like a straight line. Maybe I could do the rest of this vlog via Evan from the Upside Down. Yeah, this is pretty cool though. I like this this filter. It's cool. I'm just kind of concerned as to why that is not. Okay, that looks good. All right. Okay, and now I'll adjust this back to camera front. Okay, so that's OpenCV. I would highly recommend just jumping into this and installing it. You'll learn a lot about computer vision if you do it. Like I included Windows.h, and this is kind of like a way you can see how people make keyloggers. So I'm using Windows.h, and then I'm basically just seeing if the state is A, increase the scale parameter by 2, and then if I increase the scale parameter by 2, down here in Canny operator, I have this scale parameter, and it's adjusting the scale. This can be any odd number from 3, 5, and 7. So this is just very janky code to show you that like what the scale is changing to, and you can really only get 3, 5, and 7. So if I switch the camera back here to rear, and let's see, CD back, LS, CD release, LS. What the heck is going on with this? I would expect an executable to be here, and it's not. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on. So I'm just gonna run it through the Windows local debugger. Not really the best. So check it out. If I press the A key, let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, the hard cascade thing makes it really hard. But now you see all these how circles, so maybe you want to use this to like track like a target or something. Nice little tool, but actually it's a pretty good setting right here for the lighting in this room. There's obviously better parameters I can make, but like if I wanted to like do a sign where, if I wanted to read the edges of a piece of paper, this is pretty good. Look at it's got that ruler in the background very well. That ruler, this is a ruler right here, and it can identify it pretty well. So kind of cool computer vision stuff. But other than that, I've been in the web development class, and we're working on PHP, and I'm doing like data structures and stuff in PHP. For me, that's pretty fun. It's really similar to C, and I like C and C++. It's just like those languages are so basic that you can really build anything from them. Yep, that's about it. Just working on coding, doing code boot camp, and staying busy with that stuff. That's it. I hope you like seeing what you can do with OpenCV, and if you got any questions, just let me know.